Hey, welcome, welcome. We've got Chalet in the house. Good to see you. You say you're hurting. I'm so sorry. That's never fun. But alrighty. We're gonna do crosswords. Oh, I need to change my. In just a second, I'll change. It says, "Are you ready to ramble?" Sick. So I'll change the little logo. Go. Taking a minute for the load up. By the way, plugged in by wire, and then did the speed test. He plugged in his laptop by wire to the router, not the modem, but the router. It was like 70 megabytes. Couldn't believe it. Oh, here's the password one. Okay. Give me a second to show up. Yeah, couldn't believe it. So anyway, I have them run a wire from the modem up to my desktop so that everything else can be Wi-Fi, that's fine, but my desktop will be by wire, and then I should have like 75 megabytes. I'm paying for 36, so 75 is actually pretty good. So I can't blame them like on their bandwidth or whatever, because it's actually their service coming into my house is actually 75 megabytes. Let me get the chat open. Oh, Stoney's in the house. Stoney's in the house. All right. So Stoney's going to be Chalet's other eye. All right. She's never fit. Okay. Chalet says it does feel better, but it's still irritated. Yeah, because you can't stop rubbing it. Yeah. It's a pain. It's definitely a pain when that happens. All right. So, there we go. Here's our crossword. Sunday. All right. Drains of energy. Oh, that's the. Let me go down to the bottom here. Okay. Non-rhymes. Non-rhymes is our theme for today. Oh, why isn't it? I have to actually come back into the studio and click. All right. So you guys seeing it? I went on the bottom like this. There it says non-rhymes. Which is our theme. And then back up here at the top. I can like laughing. Okay, Stoney's laughing. I have a scratcher, a picture, and a rubber. Ah. What the heck? Is it like literally dropping me? Is that like instead of like when I was in Streamlab, if it would just like freeze me. It wouldn't like drop me off the screen. What the heck? And now my crossword is like not being shared either. We will just entertain each other better than texting. Oh my gosh. Ah! All right. Let me try sharing this again. There we go. So birch or beet. No. There we go. Okay. Birch or beach could be beer or tree. All right. Are you blowing me a kiss, Chalet? Or just going, uh-oh, and measure. That should be an acre. So let's look at our downs. A bit of numerical info. Oh my gosh, a bit. Like dash. All right, we know this one. Curved part of the foot is the arch. All right, and that fits with acre 3. And it's going to fit with tree for the birch and the beech. All right, 3 down. Lima's country. Is it the capital? I'm not sure, but it's Peru. Let's see. What say you guys? Snow in the house. Woo! All right, here we go. Yeah. Now we can see it. Still, it's going. Okay. What's for seam arch 20 across, glancing quickly at as a book. Glance non-rhyme. What are you guys saying? I keep breaking up. Oh man. Well, the good news is tomorrow they're supposed to come out and set up the wire directly into my desktop. So next live, this should not be a problem. My voice is bouncing. Well, let's just close that and just chat, I guess. Maybe to see. Oh, 29 was something CNN. Sorry, I just closed it. Sounds like I'm, oh, well, that I can fix. Is that better? Because I did have the fan blowing on me. Sounds like I got some kind of fetal monitor hooked up. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Much better. See, if you guys give me some feedback, I can do something about it sometimes. Anyway. Yeah. No. All right. Well, Chalet was saying she wanted to talk true crime. So even though that's not really going to be in the title of the video, let's see. Sandra Boone was suitcase trial was found guilty. Leilani Simon, who killed baby Quentin, found guilty. In the Delphi case, my goodness, there's so much that's been happening. I flip around to a few different people to see what I mean that were in there, that are reading from their notes, because Some people can write a little something different or have a different perspective as they're talking about it. So my primary has been Andrea Bernhardt, whatever, Andrea. And well, what's happening is they've interviewed some of the witnesses, or some of the witnesses have testified. The ME testified, or forensic pathologist, or whatever. Like there was no stomach contents, zero. And so yeah, when there was mention of like some kind of pancakes or something that were made for their breakfast, but did they eat lunch? I mean, at 1:30, what did they have for lunch? Growing girls, they had to have been hungry. They had to have eaten something. And so then some people are saying that, well, maybe it doesn't make sense. They say that like when it's fight or flight, your digestive system stops. Well, exactly. That means you'd have food in your stomach because it didn't digest all the way. Not that there would be nothing in your stomach. There had to have been time for their food to digest. So when's the last time they ate, and what did they eat? Babies was starving. Yeah, I know. And Libby was not Abby was a skinny girl, but Libby was not a skinny girl. So I'm thinking she had her 3 meals a day and some snacks. And I'm not saying that to be rude about her. We're talking about stomach contents here. So, you know, the fact that there was nothing, zero in their stomachs, that's could mean something. They had the bullet expert on, they had Liggett on, they had Holman on. And so that, but it's been a whole bunch of nothing burger. There's no smoking gun on for either innocence or guilt. Right? There's no next day is going to be the confessions. Oh, look at what they're saying. Exactly. Just because you're skinny doesn't mean you can't eat a lot. That's true, because some skinny people have like a metabolism that like they can eat and eat and eat and eat and they just never gain anything. It's true. The amygdala, the lizard brain response, is what we call 4F. Fight, feed, fornicate. Oh, interesting. And what about like fake, as in like fake dead, like play dead, like possum? The lizard brain doesn't do that, maybe. Have you ever known a reptile to play dead? Maybe. If they think you're a threat, but they think that maybe you don't see them, they'll like freeze. Oh, freeze. That's what it should be. There's an F, the 5F. Fight, flee, feed, fornicate, freeze. My opinion. Used to eat a heck of a lot. It only has the capability of doing one at a time. There you go. When you were a kid, when Chalet was a kid, she ate so much more than you do now. Yeah. What's up with this lizard? Oh yeah, the iguana place. No, the human brain is the only thing that doesn't freeze, as in play. Animal brains do indeed freeze. No, I think humans do sometimes, though. Get that from some. I would have to say. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to see some kind of scientific piece that disagree with that, but I think is the freeze is a reaction of human. I think. Anyway, yeah. So I don't even. I mean. Have a few. Imagine if you cannot fight, flee, or fornicate, it freezes because it cannot causally create a unique response. Yeah, to trick the cat. I know. I used to do that. I mean, I used to get anxiety from like looking at a menu. I mean, it took years of therapy, okay, to get to the bottom of this. All right. But what we've finally figured out is that when you're looking at a menu and you have so many choices, you're having a response to the choices, to making a choice, either because you don't want to make the wrong choice. Yeah, pretty much that. You're afraid of making but you don't know that in your head, that you're like afraid of making the wrong choice. So therefore you freeze and you don't make any choice. Well, and the freezing is in the form of a panic attack. Too much choice is bad for you. Exactly. Don't worry, we're not talking about lot lizards. That's for sure. If human freezes, it is a cognitive choice to do so. Mm-hmm. You're saying they could cut glass. Well, then boring. I hate choices and questions. Too many choices. I can't. It's the logical fallacy of missing out. Oh yeah, that's like a serious thing. All right. So I can look at some of the, I mean, I didn't write notes on all 7 days, but I did, when I was trying to get some of the forensic, not well, anything with the law is forensic pretty much, but the bodies and the autopsy. You just autographed your daughter's car window with lipstick or shaving cream. Okay, so they kept trying to, whichever the prosecutor or defense was asking about the time of death. And he said it was consistent with 40 to 41 hours before the autopsy. The autopsy was done on the morning of the next day, 15th. So the girls went missing on the 13th. They were found on the 14th. The autopsy was done on the 15th, the morning of the 15th. So he said it was consistent with 40 to 41 hours before the autopsy. And someone was trying to nail him down. And he said, look, the only thing I can say with certainty is that they died sometime between the last day they were seen, or the last time they were seen, and when they were found. You know, and quite honest, I mean, I've never heard, I mean, we're talking about bones, you know, and he said you can't, he used the term, I cannot have a precise time of death. Okay, yeah, what are you talking about? Within minutes? Within 30 minutes? Within an hour? How about within 2 to 3 hours? That would be good enough to separate between if they were killed between 30 and 3:30, or if they were killed in the middle of the night. If there was, nail it down between 2 to 3 hours. There she goes. You missing nipple Maven. What? You have to scroll back for that. Okay. Let me get back to missing out. Autograph the window. Stony. Wish it could get cold here. OTS 9 Stony. So CA and Rib can find me easier. Missing out fallacy is an efficacious contributor to the anxiety response, having too many choices on a menu. Yeah, like I'm telling you, years of therapy. I'll scroll back for that. Nipple Maven, missed the beginning. There she goes. Nipples out of the bag. Why are we in the cold and all this? I walked the dog. It's below 34 degrees Fahrenheit. She's cutting glass. I don't know what the cutting glass is. Good raising snow. Okay. Well, you guys are having fun, so I'm glad. Anyway, yeah, so no conclusion. He also had no conclusion on the weapon, no conclusion on whether it was right-handed or left-handed. There was one wound. Okay, Abby had one wound on her neck. Libby had 3 wounds on her neck. And one of those wounds on Libby's neck was from right to left, but we don't know if someone was facing her, if someone was behind her, maybe she was hanging upside down. I hear, sorry, Channy's laughing with the cats. You okay, Channy? Okay. No more beating around the bush. Just walk dogs. It's nippleating out. Oh my gosh. Come on, you guys. Yeah. Popeye. Oh, Sabai. Oh, she's happy about Piggy. Beating around the bush. Walk the dogs. No more pussyfooting around.
Hello?
Yeah. You want to say hello? There's Piggy, Piggy, Piggy. Hello. There's Johnny and Piggy.
Hello. Oh, madam.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Good night. Okay. Yeah. Go, Kang. Go to bed and tell her I got a second job. Oh, wait. Jump dig. Johnny, she said, Stone, Bongsrai, Twil, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. She, where's I need Google Translate. I keep missing the part that you're trying to tell her. Well, then just tell me because I'm not scrolling back forever. You guys are talking cold and there's nipples. You know, Sister Stony got a job interview, a second job interview. So,
Oh, sorry.
what?
Okay. Miền.
Sister said that she got a second job interview, so maybe she will get a job. Okay.
បងស្រីបាននិយាយថានាងបានសម្ភាសន៍ការងារជាទី2
Oh.
ដូច្នេះប្រហែលនាងនឹងទទួលបានការងារ
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
ខ្ញុំបានសំណាងល្អ បងស្រីសំណាងល្អ
I'm not. She's good luck. Good luck. Okay.
បងស្រីសំណាងល្អ
Yeah. We don't have a second interview yet, but we did go take CVs around. You just missed the part I'm trying to tell you. Hate to ask for people to wait to tell me. Okay. Okay. Good night. Thank you, babe. Oh, she says, "Alam Charan." Okay. Breast put on a jacket instead of breast put on a jacket. Breast put on a jacket. I'm not getting sucked into all the nippleage. Okay. Yeah, so there was no conclusion on whether the person was right or left-handed, even though there was one wound that went from right to left. Said that the girls were probably, just according to the injuries, they could have lived 4 to 10 minutes after the wounds were inflicted. And I don't know if it was on one girl or both girls, but the trachea was not damaged. So they, as far as the question being, could they run? Could they scream? The trachea was not damaged, so potentially they could. And the perk kit was done on them to check for assault, and there's no proof of any sexual activity. As the weapons could be more than Maven lived a sheltered life to not knowing about the chilling on a girl's proclivities. No, I glossed over it. I'm not getting done in. I was reading your comments, but yes, I I even said it like cold nipple. Yeah, I get it. I'm just not engaging. There's a difference. Time you go to the grocery in the freezer section, you know about the proclivities. And Libby, the vein was cut. There was pretty much across the board, people that were there in court for the trial were talking about how Abby was pristine, and Abby's body was pristine. Libby's had blood on her hands, and talking about like and that's how she got the blood on her hands. Yeah, that's not. I mean, okay, that would get blood on the hands, but the weird thing is too that the blood on her face was going downward, was going backward, was going this way. Stop chatting. Don't want Maven mad at me. It's a tough room today. Yeah, sure. I believe you. Giggle, giggle. I'm not amused. Yeah. Blood splash. There was like a pool of blood, but not right under the girls. So they think that they were moved. There was like some disturbed area, but there was nothing that was like drag marks. Stop chatting. Don't want Maven mad at me. Okay, that's the last thing. All right. So again, it was just like nothing confirms anything. And I mean, if I'm a juror, if you can't confirm something, then I've got doubt. You're not giving me enough to like say yes, 100%. You're just giving me possibilities. Well, could be this, it could be that, it could be this, it could be that. Now you can't confirm. There's no conclusion on this. There's no conclusion on that. They think that it's more than one because the type of wounds were different. And then there's the whole box cutter fiasco where apparently Richard Allen in one of his confessions mentioned a box cutter. So then in all the depositions and all of the reports and everything, this forensic pathologist never mentioned a box cutter as a possibility. And then all of a sudden on the stand, not having informed anybody, he says, I was thinking the other day that maybe one of Libby's wounds could be caused by a box cutter. It's like, hey, no. Wait, cat's chewing on electrical cord. No. Piggy. Come on. Piggy's a headache today. You can confirm that no one should still be in prison for a crime they cannot confirm the details of. Well, exactly. Yes, Maven, I'm like a juror. I need proof and factuality. We need the puzzle pieces to fit. Exactly. And I think that's why so many people have latched onto this case, because the puzzle pieces don't fit. Stomach contents. Someone was asking about, like, the girls were wrapped in white sheets before they were put in the body bags. Their hands were bagged so that they could, like, any DNA or something from under the fingernails. Oh, there wasn't anything. Then there was DNA that they tested it was female or something. There was DNA on Libby. I'm sorry, I think it was on Abby. So they collected DNA. They didn't do a DNA test. They did just like some kind of blood test for blood type or some kind of test, and determined it was female. So they figured it must have been the grandmother or the sister. But they And they collected DNA from the grandmother and from the sister. They didn't run any DNA tests. So now they're running DNA tests during the trial. They're rushing to get a DNA test on this DNA sample. They were murdered by ghosts. How can you confirm something without all proof? It was a brilliant move. Without enough of it, impossible. Yeah, so I'm really having a hard time with like one person did everything. And I know that in the Frank's motion, it just seemed like defense, what Frank's memo, the defense was going that, hey, put the right arm in the sleeve, put the left arm in the sleeve. They just like broke down all that. I'm like, what the heck, you know? And it just, it's like Abby didn't walk there. So somebody had to carry Abby. And did she put the clothes on herself or did someone put the clothes on her? I don't know, the cult of Odin. Yeah, well, that's not allowed in. They can get DNA reference from a single hair. Yeah, so there was apparently a hair in her hand. And so her sleeves were over her hands, you know, like this. And somehow wrapped up around her fingers or something. So someone was saying, well, maybe the hair was inside the sleeve. And so when it got put on, I mean, it's like really stretching it. When you have lines up everywhere. Yeah, but they're saying that Kelsey said that no, this was brand new. The sweatshirt was brand new and never before. Yeah, here in Cambodia, all the girls, like guys that have bar girls, can take them back home to their guest house, whatever. And there's like these long hairs, like in the shower. We shed all the time. Have a good day. I'll need to take a nice hot shower with hot water. Okay, Oni. So interesting. Chalet, my hair is all over the place too. Yep. Yeah, we are not going to discuss hot showers. We've already talked about the cold and the nipple edge. We're not going to talk about hot showers. The phone extraction was another thing. And the video, oh gosh. So, yes, the video was on the phone. Bridge guy was some like little guy way in the background, but somebody counted the railroad ties and to try and maybe figure out how far behind he was and stuff. And it's just things just aren't adding up. And then the picture of the bridge with Abby on it is not on her phone anywhere. It's not in any cache. Right? So it's not in the Snapchat. I mean, it's nowhere in the phone anywhere. And so now there's the possibility that somebody else, and I had heard it, and I saw somebody say, I saw they're like pointing everything out that Abby was photoshopped onto that bridge. And I saw them and I'm like, okay, I don't know about this. That's going too far for me. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I'm just not even think about that. Hey, stop it. Baby's scratching at the window trying to get out, but it's locked, so she's not going to be able to get out. Move 2 corpses super fast and easy, just 2 tarps in the wood. See, and the bridge guy being photoshopped, or something. I mean, the whole thing is a mess with what they're presenting as evidence. It's not lining up. So maybe Abby was photoshopped and then put on, because there's no, okay, it's supposed to be at like 207 or something, and there is nothing. There's stuff before, there's stuff after. And if somebody else was able to log into her Snapchat account and put it up on her Snapchat and then screenshot it, is possible. Disney alters video evidence on a regular basis. They are currently paying companies billions of dollars to add chemtrail lines to the skies of all their films. Really? Oh my gosh. Hey. Go on. Okay. Why can't we have 2,000 cameras everywhere by now? We've had that level of tech since 2014. Those photos are so blurry, it looks like Bigfoot on that bridge. Yeah, and then they did some kind. They did to doing some kind of stabilizing or whatever. I remember seeing, a year ago, somebody that like did the stabilization so that you could see how he was really walking without, so like, because normally you stabilize like on the person, but instead of stabilizing on the person, they stabilized on the bridge so that the bridge would stay stable, and then he had this like funky walk. But if you took the stabilization off, then it changed the whole thing, how it looked. But it's zoomed in so much because in the video, he's just this little thing. Okay. Bob Mata did not even, in the first, they showed it. They showed the unfiltered, the raw footage of the video, and he didn't even see the. He's like, did I miss something? Where was he? Then they only showed it once, and then later they showed like a version. It was like the whole thing again. Oh, excuse me. And so he was like watching, and then he saw where Bridge Guy was. I mean, tiny. It is like Bigfoot. Just, she's holding the camera down. She lifts her phone. She puts it up. She puts it back down again. If he wasn't coming all the way from the other side, but if he had like walked past and then turned around and started coming back, and what if the person saying down the hill is even the bridge guy? What if it's somebody else that's like already there on that side? All the cams having satellite uplink to Starlink and motion sensors and lifelong batteries and solar charging, and no one ever gets lost again. I'm breaking up again? Oh, man. I've got like 3 bars. 3 out of 4 bars. Yeah, you have to balance no one ever getting lost again with privacy. It was Bigfoot, I tell you. It could have been. So, I mean, there's just, it's more questions. The more testimony is their questions. So the confessions should be coming up next. So we'll see what happens with that. And also Andrea is going to be doing like a main points show, and she also mentioning about going on Grizzly True Crimes show. And so I want to catch those and see what she said. It might be, because if it's like a recap without all the details of every day as it's happening every day, I might be able to I could take better notes of like the main points. All right, so tomorrow, hopefully we'll have the guy come out and put the wire array into my laptop. And then I'll be able to stream with ease. So before you go away, just don't forget that love transcends time and space. So wherever and whenever you're watching this, I love you. I do. And check out Snow's album and watch Chalet's videos. And say hi to Stony because she's always around. Chalet's videos and the Canadian rock and stuff. And Andy, if you're there, if you come and watch the replay, thank you. Mumsy, what happened to Mumsy? Oh, I guess she doesn't do Sunday. She only does Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But David watches, my stepdad. So watches on replay. So hey, Frugal, if you watch on replay, probably not. Good night, sweet dreams, emojis, flowers, and hearts. Thank you. So Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel. And we'll play some music games. Bye.